Hello, everybody.
Hi.
Welcome to Under Further Review. I'm Andrew.
I'm Kata.
This is the show where two lushes are drunk on sports. Welcome in.
Hi.
Hi. How you doing?
Good. How was your week?
It was good. We're in Super Bowl season.
We officially are.
Yeah. We're 2 weeks out, and I have my meal. I have my menu ready already.
Oh, really?
I'm real excited.
Wow, that's exciting.
I'm gonna try. I'm making wings this year. I've been inspired by our wing eating sessions.
The wing eating.
Mine and Mike's, not yours.
Yeah, correct.
To eat wings this weekend.
That's exciting. What are you going to do to them?
Drench them in all kinds of sauce, obviously.
Okay. I mean, I don't know how to do this.
That's okay.
I don't know.
That's all right. How you doing?
But that sounds fun.
Yeah. How are you?
I'm good. Also preparing for Super Bowl season. I think my mom's coming in.
Ooh, fun.
Yeah, it should be really fun. But I'm also kind of sad. We have one more football game this year.
What the hell just happened? What was that?
You okay?
Yep. Hold on. I'm gonna need to stop recording for a minute.
Oops. Technical difficulties.
I think I got
one
all
moment,
that.
please.
I think I did. Drench them in all kinds of sauce, obviously.
We have one more football game.
We're probably gone too long about witty banter. We should just.
That's fine.
Okay. What the hell just happened? What was that?
We chillin'. We have one more football game this year.
Okay. So we have one more football game this year.
We have one more football game this year, and that just makes me sad, and I'm already nostalgic for football season. But...
Well, that's okay because we've got a whole bunch of other things that we're going to talk about even though football season's over. Like we have that dog show that we're looking forward to.
Oh my gosh, so excited. And that reminds me, if anyone has any questions or ideas or things that you guys want to know about the dog show, we're going to the dog show again in 2 weeks. Shoot us an email. Our email is andrewandkata@gmail.com, or you can slide into our DMs. Our social networking is all at UFR Vodcast. That's how you can find us. Definitely reach out if you have kind of any questions about what we do there, or any questions you want us to ask dogs or handlers or any of that kind of thing. You know where to find us.
Yeah, the podcast comes out every Thursday wherever you find podcasts, except for Spotify, because we're not that cool yet. We have a super action-packed show for you today.
Yeah.
The first thing is some more NFL news. We're a very NFL-heavy show today, mostly because Super Bowl things, but also because the Giants' offseason has taken another turn.
Oh, God,
so,
yeah.
You remember how everybody was making fun of Jason Garrett's tenure in Dallas about how, that he was a 2-9 coach and they had 9-2 talent?
I remember.
Yeah, he's the offensive coordinator for your team now.
He is.
How do you feel about this? I've got my thoughts, but you're the one with the
rooting interest,
the hopeless romantic over there for the Giants. So I want to know what your thoughts are on Jason Garrett coming to New York.
Well, that's very sweet of you to refer to me as a hopeless romantic.
You're welcome.
I feel very adorable. So the Giants signed Jason Garrett, and I'm feeling okay.
Elaborate, please.
All right. It's one of those things that you look at, one of these questions is who were the other candidates for this job? And there were guys out there, but I think particularly considering the fresh-faced head coach we have in Joe Judge, I think it would be really good to get some veteran talent backing him up. He has a lot of experience, obviously, play calling. He was known for a very long time as a leading offensive mind. And, maybe not towards the end of his tenure with the Cowboys, but also he used to be a Giant himself. It's like he's coming home. Not for very long or anything, but I think just considering the legacy and considering this new legacy that is being built, it's just good to have a little bit of veteran coaching going on.
But why wouldn't they just go out and get Jason Garrett as their head coach? Why do they need to go and get this no-name guy from New England and hire, this stout, and hire this well-known coach as their offensive coordinator? Doesn't that seems to me like kind of a demotion? I know he's done the job before, but he was the head coach of the Cowboys for longer than he was an offensive coordinator in the league.
Well, to be fair, his last couple of years with the Cowboys were not very good. So I don't know why that would warrant a head coaching job. And also, you asked the question, our new guy, Joe Judge, is not very experienced, and he's going into this kind of, the pieces are all there for him to work with, but we don't really know what to expect from him. And that's fine. I think one of the things that we've been talking about for a few weeks now, as the Giants got rid of Pat Shurmur, was they needed a sexy pick to kind of, a sexy guy to come in and just kind of like rejigger the energy of the locker room. And I think they got that in this guy. I think getting Jason Garrett would have put them exactly in the same place they were now as a head coach. I mean, like he's just another one of these classic old football coach white guys who doesn't particularly inspire anything brilliant or new. But again, there's benefit to having that in the locker room. I just don't see how it would be of benefit for him for the team to have him as a head coach.
Okay, well, even though he's not the head coach and he's the offensive coordinator now, what does he bring to the Giants that sparks your interest? Like, what kind of you really love this idea of culture change. Mm-hmm. What kind of culture change does Jason Garrett bring to the Giants?
Well, I think you know what, it's not so much what Jason Garrett brings as what the vibe is going to be. It's what all of these people are kind of collectively bringing it's very much a 49ers situation where like it's all of the little moving parts that work together that matter. I don't think it necessarily can rely on one person. And obviously we'll talk more about the 49ers later, but I think what is going to work with this Giants coaching staff is just the diversity of the talent and all of their different experiences coming together to bring something new. And it's not like this vibe is, generally speaking, a lot younger and a lot it's funky. It's different. It's something that the Giants haven't seen in a coaching staff in a really long time. And obviously there are more coaches to be announced soon, but this is a really, I think, strong start. I think also Jason Garrett brings beyond just his experiences as a play caller and a play designer. I think he brings a lot of, I don't want to say talent because that would imply players, although there is a rumor that Jason Witten would consider signing with the Giants and following Jason Garrett now.
Whoa, wait. Say that slower, my son. What?
There's a rumor out there that is saying that Jason Witten is open to signing with the Giants, thus following his former head coach of the past, 9 years, Jason Garrett, to the team and playing as a tight end.
What in the world is this kind of hobby horse nonsense? You really think that Jason Garrett would leave Dallas?
Jason Witten.
You really think that Jason Witten would leave Dallas to follow this head coach who just led them to, who just dropped them off a cliff in the division this past year? Come on.
It's weird. It's weird to think about. I know.
No, I don't even care about the fact that he's going from one division team to another. It's the fact that he's in the twilight of his career. He literally retired and then came back only to, it wouldn't be anything more than like a moral victory for the Giants. He's not going to go out there and be, Travis Kelce out there.
Look, no.
He's just, what do the Giants have to gain from getting Jason Witten on their team?
All right, look, I'm not saying that Jason Witten is going to be like, the offensive weapon of the year or anything if he's a Giant. Like, that's blown totally out of proportion. I just think
you were the one who did the rumor, man. I'm just saying.
I know, but I just think it says something about Jason Garrett that he has a particular amount of loyalty with his players. And I could give a shit if Jason Witten's on the team next year. I mean, he actually had a pretty good year this year, to be fair. But it's more about what it says about Jason Garrett. I think that rumor kind of is valuable to me.
Does this signing make the Giants serious this year?
No. Okay.
To that point, then, what would you, as a Giants fan, like to see the Giants do next as we progress into the offseason? Let me step back. Let me step back. So far, has this offseason been trending in a positive or negative direction for you? Is this what you want to see from your team?
I think so, yeah. I'm feeling pretty good about what these signings have given us. I think, again, what you said it yourself. One of my extreme values, need to fix, there needs to be some kind of a culture change in the sense of just, there's one thing to have guys out on the field trying to win football games, but it's another thing to have guys who are severely motivated from in a very like soulful way, to go out and make their fans proud. And I think that these signings definitely have value in that way. I'm very excited about that kind of direction.
Okay, what's like your wish list though? Like what's the ideal next step for the Giants to take from here?
We need a team. I mean, that's the end of it. Like we've got Sterling Shepard who has so much injury going on and head injury, like serious injury. I mean, I'd love a new wide receiver. I'd love a little bit more depth, because what we saw this year from teams like the Philadelphia Eagles, who had depth everywhere and guys who could just step into the roles. Obviously, like, it didn't really work out very well for them, but we had none of that. A couple of really good players kind of stood out this year, and I hope that we see some extensions there. But we also have a very wide receiver heavy draft, and so that could be kind of exciting. I'd like to see some of that going on. I'm starting to feel really good about our O-line. All we drafted last year was corners, but our corners sucked, so that's the next step.
Thank you for clarifying and whittling it down from a very broad thing of a team to things like depth and offensive line strength.
Well, I had to give you somewhere to start.
Well, I mean, I was going to literally stop you and go, and I cannot stress this enough. What? Like, obviously you need it. I mean, it's not like you're throwing, random Joe Schmoes off the street onto the field. You have a team. It's just you need to build it up into something. Depth is a good thing.
Depth is a very good thing. What do you, as an outsider, what do you think? Like, what do you think where do you see us as challengers, and where do you?
I don't see you as challengers.
All right,
because you're a New York sports team, and the only good New York sports team is the Yankees. Everybody knows this.
Well, that's rude.
Well,
so.
I mean, it's true. I love the signing. I just think that it's a really great thing for the Giants. I don't know. I think it's just crazy enough to work.
Yeah.
I really do. That was my biggest thing, was that when I saw that the Giants signed Garrett, I was just like, you're insane for doing this. Because I didn't think that Garrett would, take this, not a demotion, but like take this, job a step down from being a head coach as being an offensive coordinator.
And particularly in the same division, too.
I know.
Is this signing more to you? Is this signing like more like, oh, of course Jason Garrett would do this, or more,
yes,
of course the Giants would do this?
It's both.
It's
of course
so
they
both,
would. They're
right?
like the perfect marriage to each other.
Right.
It's like, of course the Giants would go. It's like when the Seahawks draft like every big important player that you see on social media. I equate it to when the Seahawks drafted DK Metcalf.
Yeah.
Because of course the Seahawks would draft DK Metcalf.
Right.
It's like, of course the Giants would go out and try to get, Jason Garrett because they think it's 2007 again. Right? The marriage of these two teams is just like music to my ears.
Yeah.
I'm just really, really excited to see if they can pull themselves out of this train wreck that they call a franchise with Jason Garrett in the helm as offensive coordinator.
Not to mention, two of the worst teams in the NFL this year. I mean, like, the division, the NFC East, was just such a shit show. And I kind of think it's hilarious that the solution to it is by just trading within each other, trading different talents. It's
like
just
getting sloppy seconds from one another.
Exactly.
Yeah.
You'd think you'd go I mean, of course, with our head coach, we stole from you, but we stole from the Patriots. But I think, I just think it's a really interesting move. But I am excited about it. I think it works.
The Cowboys are my favorite to win the division next year.
Oh God, stop it!
Let's take a break.
All right.
And then when we come back, we're going to switch gears a little bit. We'll come back to football at the end because the Super Bowl is very important. But some new developments in the Astros sign-stealing scandal that we want to talk about.
Oh, yes.
Oh, yeah. So stick around. We shall return very shortly.